Well, evening everyone, and thank you for joining me once again out under the stars here in the Wheatbelt in Western Australia. So for those who watched my earlier video, you'll remember this tractor you can see behind me. Well, it's approximately 11:30. Milky Way core isn't quite up yet, but there are a lot of stars behind it. So what we're going to do, we're going to photograph the tractor. Now, where you're watching in the camera land is probably where I'm going to cross light. I'm not sure at the moment. I might cross light with the Ulanzi, or I might just light paint with my torch. In fact, I think I'll light paint with my torch. Wireless trigger on my Z6, which is just round to your left over there. Photographing back this way with the stars in the background. And where I'm standing, I'll be light painting across. So how I'm going to shoot this, it's really simple. I will use my standard f2.8 ISO 6400 15-second shutter speed. That will get me a very basic outline of the silhouette, in fact, of the tractor, with a beautiful sky behind. Then once I've done that, I'll stop the aperture maybe to somewhere between f5 and f8, bring the ISO right down, and then I'll paint in and around the tractor and make it look pretty awesome. So that's the plan for tonight. And this is our first of quite a few images tonight. I want to get this one, then we'll head up further up the road to the trees. But anyway, before we get to that, let's crack on and get this one going. Alright guys, that went absolutely brilliantly. Very easy, quick light paint and shoot. Managed to get the tractor well lit up with the light painting. I didn't use continuous lights, I physically light painted around the sides here, and it looks really awesome. Managed to get it from both angles. Right angles to the camera, side light, give a bit of shadow and texture. Looking really good. The sky tonight, oh my god, it's unbelievable at the moment. It's so dark and clear. And we haven't got the Milky Way core up. That's the joys of coming to places like this where there is literally no light. There's no ambient in the background. Perth is behind us, about 140 k's behind us. And really, you're looking east. Next stop, Kalgoorlie and Meriden, and they're way off in the distance. So there is literally no light there spilling out. So it's just a really nice dark sky, beautiful place to go. Layer upon layer of stars, and I can't wait to get the next shot in. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pack up here, and then we're going to head a few k's up the road. I think our next one, if I remember rightly, is the lone tree with the 50mm. That's going to be a really good shoot. And then we've got our rake, which I have a plan for that plough. Sorry, not rake, it's a plough. I have a plan for that. And I'll explain that a bit later. Anyway, I best get packed up and we best hit the road again. Get out of here. Alright guys, welcome back. This is turning into an absolute stunning night tonight. We're at the point of the tree at 50mm. You won't see it in that camera, it's too far away. But the sky is absolutely, it's amazing. We've got the tail end of the Milky Way, so obviously the core isn't up yet, but as this sky is coming over, we're just seeing streams and streams of stars. Absolutely beautiful bow. And then obviously there in the west, you may have seen it when I got out of the car just then, we've got Orion sinking. It's absolutely gorgeous tonight. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Sounds of a lovely bird. Doesn't sound too impressed actually, but just the sounds, the atmosphere is unbelievable. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to swap out my Nikon 20mm. I'm going to put the 50mm, the 1.8S lens on. Got to find that tree. You can see it when the lights are all off. You can just make it out. And I'll shoot that in the same way. I'm going to do my 15-second shutter speed, ISO 6400, aperture f2.8. Yes, I will get moving stars, obviously because of the longer focal length, but that's okay because later on I'm going to track it. And when I track my sky, obviously the track will be moving with the stars, so it won't be an issue. And I might shrink it as well, just to get one that's not with them, not with the blurred moving stars. We'll see how that turns out. But what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to kill that light and we'll get on with it. No light painting, no nothing. It's just going to be a very simple silhouette. Really simple shot, which I'm hoping is going to look really good. All right, let's get this light out and get this shot done. Doing all right, it's 12:15. I want to get this out the way, get to the plough, and then we'll finish up in Oak Park itself, where we'll have that time lapse and a couple of the shots of the trees. All right, anyway, let's get on with it. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning, stars everywhere. Hey guys, welcome to Oak Park. We made it here. A little bit of a recap. I did stop off and shoot the plough. Had a really good shoot there. Quite happy with it. There's obviously a residence there on that driveway, which I showed you earlier. I think I disturbed the dogs. There was a bit of barking and stuff, so I just wanted to get in, get it photographed, and get out. So how I did that, very simple. 35mm f2. Didn't go the full f1.8. f2's nice. You just get everything, all the bokeh, all the stars are nice and rounded. You don't get the funny wing effect of the stars. So the bokeh looks nicer at f2, so we went with that. Again, 35mm in, nice and close, focused on the plough, and then that blows your background stars out, gives it that nice bokeh dreamy effect, which I think looks really good. And then in exactly the same way as I did with the with the tractor earlier, is I did a bit of light painting just from either side of the plough with the torch, light painted that, changed the camera settings, didn't move the camera in any way, shape or form, just brought the aperture to, I think it was around about f7. It's very, sometimes between f5 and f8 I normally shoot that. Drop the ISO down, and that allowed me to get a nice sharp image lit up with the torch, with the filter. So yes, that looked really nice. I was happy with that. I've just set the time lapse up probably half an hour ago now, just after 1 o'clock. We're just after 1:30 in the morning. And I'm expecting the Milky Way to rise sometime between 2 and 2:30. And when I say the Milky Way, I mean the Milky Way core. The Milky Way is obviously clearly visible. Streams of stars everywhere. It's absolutely beautiful here. And when that happens, I'm going to go down with the tracker into some open sky, open land with some open sky there. I'm going to track some 50mm shots for the silhouette tree that we shot earlier. And I'm going to track some 20mm shots for the tractor shot that we did earlier. And obviously with the 35mm for the bokeh effect, I've already done that, so there's no need to go and shoot a separate sky for that. What I have done with the time lapse, which you'll see at the end, is I've also lit the tree very, very subtly from below with a Ulanzi. I think it's on 1 or 2%, I think it's 1%, just aimed up from the ground towards the tree. It's just a smidge of light. We'll see how it goes. I'm purposely staying out the way now. I don't really want my head torch and everything destroying the good work there. We'll see what that happens. So with that, it is a night to day time lapse, not a day to night. Get that towards the end of the season. So a night to day, and how that works. My Nikon Z6 is absolutely very clever bit of kit. I've got it set to aperture priority on continuous shooting. It's my usual maximum shutter speed of 15 seconds. ISO 6400 is the maximum ISO, auto ISO selected, obviously. And aperture f2.8. And what happens, the internal workings of the camera is amazing. So it'll probably it'll ramp up, so it will probably start very slow until so you're not straight into the bright Milky Way. As the core rises, it'll be shooting that 6400 ISO, 15 second shutter speed, continuous, f2.8 selected, aperture priority, it won't change that now. But then, as the sun comes up, or before the sun comes up and the sky gets brighter, what it will do, it will start to reduce the ISO to compensate for that. And then once it's reduced the ISO, then it will reduce the shutter speed. So you're going to get a very nice, smooth passage of time from nighttime to day. We should see the Milky Way coming up, and we should see the very nice colours in the sky with a bit of luck when it happens. So something to look forward to, and I hope that comes out well. Fingers crossed. Okay, here we go. So the Milky Way core is starting to rise. You probably won't see too much of it in the background here. So got my tracker set up, my Star Adventure Mini, polar aligned it to the North Star through the floor. I'm not going to show you how I did that. That's something that's very, very easy to watch on YouTube. There's some good people that can show you exactly how everything's done. But the Star Adventure Mini, here you go, just taking a shot there. You can see the detail on that is unbelievable, and that's the 50mm at the moment, and that looks absolutely stunning. Lots of detail in there, all you could want. So I'm going to take 10 of these. It's just working through that on the intervalometer here, which is a little newer one. It's just a cheap one, nothing special. That works through. So I'm going to take 10 shots with this. And I'll leave the, once I've got the 10, then I'm going to swap over to the 20mm, and I'll take the 10 with them. And what that allows me to do is stack them on top of each other, and you know, that's a lot of information for editing purposes, and that looks really, really good. So yeah, this Star Adventure Mini, it's just ticking over nicely, doing its thing, and yeah, we're getting the shots there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to leave it running, and yeah, we'll get back to finishing off these last few shots. There you go, it's off running, doing its thing. Right, let's see how that one came out. Did it do the job as described? Of course it didn't, because the idiot left the freaking lens cap on. Right, let's try again. Top tip, guys, always take the lens cap off. Hopefully this time I'm taking the lens cap off and we'll actually have an image of the Milky Way and not a nice black dark hole. Black hole. Wow, look at that now. Here we go. What have we got? Moment of truth. Yes, we've got the core. That looks good. That looks good. We've got a little bit of the trees surrounding, to be expected, but that's okay. Not surprised there at all. Right, off we go again. Let's get 10 of these bad boys. Exact same settings as we had for the 50mm. Minute exposure, ISO 800, f2.8 on the aperture. So that's consistent. And these S lenses, the S line lenses of the Nikon primes, you can't go wrong with them. The 35, 50 and the 20, it's the ones I've used tonight, are all relevant. They're all really, really good, and they will deliver excellent images. Well, good morning everyone. Just checking over the time lapse there. It's approximately 5:30 in the morning. 668 shots done there, so enough for about 40 seconds worth of footage. And that's been a really good night. It's got a lot colder, freezing in fact, hence why I've put my hoodie on just to stay warm. Got really cold, but it's a beautiful morning. I've got the orange sunlight just starting to appear on the horizon. I'll keep the time lapse running a little while longer because we want to capture all that. It looks, bit of colour, looks good as we bring the night into the day. You may see in the background there the little Ulanzi light that I had for low level lighting overnight. Probably won't be doing much now, but overnight it would have had a big bearing. Really cold now, really cold actually. I didn't put a lens warmer on the camera, so hopefully that will be okay. I did manage to get a couple of hours shut-eye, or about an hour's shut-eye in the car, so that's feeling a little bit better. So I'm just gonna probably leave this running another 5-10 minutes as that golden light starts to come up from the sun, and then it'll be time to pack up and go. I think that'll be the end of our adventure on this week, this episode. So what I'll do, guys, I'm going to leave you with the images that I've taken and composed, and obviously the time lapse that we filmed, the day to night time lapse. And I just want to take this opportunity for you guys coming along and joining me and watching the video. Really do appreciate it. It's always nice to share this with people. Have a great time until I see you in the next one. Take care and keep getting out and enjoying the stars. Bye for now.